Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Green 18! Check, 47. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it with Jones.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We're not ready for this, man. Over.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ready? We ready? Here we go. Kill. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. Chef. Kill. 21. Bravo.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Alpha, you must be dreaming.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Breeze. And Gen's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Kenny Clark, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Heavy, heavy. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zadarius Smith. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Ready.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions.
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Shoulder! Shoulder! Recon, 132 fighter. Jam.
Here's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Blue 58. Check, 47. Hey, 88. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. Blue draw Corker. Wide, get wide. He's coming. We got nothing.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. We're scoreless after 1.
Green 18. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
You got tight right there. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
No. 319. Mike, 47. It's a party now. Hey, Mike.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get it.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Box it. Out.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
You think you gonna get this? Hey, Mike. You think you gonna get this? Check. Hey, check 26. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the screen.
Now Rodgers. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. A.J. Klein able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who can gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now the 2nd down throw on target. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Breeze now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Breeze now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Again, it's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Breeze. Again has it complete. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I got you. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill. Check 3.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check Mike. 11. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike. Hey, team 6. Yeah. We don't want none. Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
Breeze to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
You better be afraid of me.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting. I'm trying to collect.
To throw, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Breeze now on first down. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll bring up 2nd down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I don't think you got it, son.
Rodgers now throwing again. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 33 yards that time. Now Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Hey, you block over here.
Check 31, check 31.
Alert 3.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Bree's going to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Mike 4-2, Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Silver.
11.
Mike's 42.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And Thomas has it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
6-6, pull it high.
And fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey.
Motion. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
Hey, let's pin them in and go full strength.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Luck's good on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I'm scared.
Get 300. Get 300.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. 56.
I'm not ready.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Jump out.
Mike 56. Mike 56. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
To throw is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. But still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Mike,
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. You kill.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
As we say so long from New Orleans.